It's me, Renee. I'm back. And yeah, often a lot of people they do kind of best of videos at the end of the year. I usually do it at the start of this year or next year because sometimes I read a very good book at the very end of the year. It could be like the last book I read of the year. It's a very good book. Yeah, this is the first, I would say. Yeah, first. Sorry, of me summarizing my reading year 2022. And this video, as you can see from the title, is new authors that I enjoyed from last year. That's either their debut authors or they're just authors I haven't read yet. Well, read yet before last year. And yeah, definitely authors I'm going to read more of. Some of these I just read one book, but I still know I want to read more by this author. And some I actually read quite a few books of. But if you read quite a lot of books of one author 1 year, of course you're gonna know that it's gonna be a new favorite author. Sorry. So first we have The Curse of the Spectre Queen by Jenny Elder Smoke. This is the first in a series. This one actually came out 2 years ago, but yeah, I didn't read it before. I didn't read it before last year. It's kind of like treasure hunter, kind of like think Indiana Jones, but think the main character being younger and being female, not man. And yeah, those was some of these books on this list I love. This one I loved, as in like I didn't absolutely love it, but I did quite enjoy it, and I will continue on with the series. But yeah, also yeah, randomly usually I don't really do an order of these books, but I suppose today I started with a book that I didn't absolutely love. But yeah, I would actually also say, honestly, yeah, I think the rest of these I absolutely love. Okay, sorry, I have one more that I don't absolutely love, so I'm gonna do this one and then I'm gonna do the rest. So then we have Payback's a Witch by Lena Harper, which I enjoyed quite a lot. I'm gonna read more on the series. This is the first one. There's at this moment in time it's two already out, at least one. Anyway, this is at least one of several that is out, and there's a fourth one, I believe, coming up this year. And yeah, I quite enjoyed it. Kind of gave me those. What's the word again? It kind of gives me the vibes of Practical Magic. You have a small town, you have a family, magic, but it's set in modern day United States. And yeah, quite enjoyed. And yeah, nice love story as well as like love, family drama and stuff like that. And yeah, sorry. Then we have um, Ryan Calejo, who's the author behind Charlie and Nandes in a League of Shadows. This one I finished, I want to say maybe middle of December. I do remember reading it in December. I think it's middle or late. Yeah, around that. And I absolutely loved it. Loved it so, so much. I'm thinking it's actually one of my favorite reads of all time. Yeah, it just, yeah. I I more or less read it in like one or two sittings, and I didn't, I can't even say I have like anything to complain about this book. So yeah, when you have no complaints about a book and you just enjoy it so much, yeah, it's a winner. It's a new favorite, definitely. And yeah, it's the first in a series. I want to say it's a duology. Maybe there will be more, but I do know at least that there's at least two books in this series. I suppose sometimes you write two books and then wait, and then you write a third book after a while. But I do know that there's two books out. Suppose kind of feel like you could like do lots of books because I feel like this world, because all this is based around Hispanic mythology, which I feel like at least just in this book, it's such a big, expansive world. So I feel like in a way you could do lots and lots of books. So I suppose not everyone is really writing all the books, but I feel like you could write lots and lots of books based around this dealio. So yeah, sorry. And then we have the author that I read all the books by, all the books. Well, sorry, give me a moment. Last year I read not one, not two, not three, but four Eric Riley books. So I found the first one, Duke Heist, kind of randomly last year. I was searching for books about to do with heist, and I think I just kind of randomly did I ask for books to do with heist? Yeah, in some place of I think maybe actually I just kind of put in like heist in like a search engine, and I found this, and I saw the cover and just like, you look cool. I read the back and just like, okay, so family of people doing heist. Yes, yes, yes. Order it, read it, and yeah, one of my favorite reads of last year, and actually one of my favorite reads of all time. Yeah, honestly, I would say last year was a great reading year for me, like in general. I read so many great books. But yeah, so this is the first one. Sorry. So Erica Riley, she has other series, but this is the first in this series. This one came out in 2020, I want to say. Yep. And then the second one being The Perks of Loving a Wallflower, which I very much enjoyed also. And then the third one, Nobody's Princess, which I enjoyed. I didn't love, but I did enjoy it quite a lot. And then we have The Governess Gambit, which actually is about these two people. So it's just kind of a short prequel with like these two. So it's not like a new couple, it's just these two before they meet in this one. And yeah, absolutely love this series. And yeah, honestly, what I've read so far of this author. And yeah, as I said, she has other books except the series. I haven't read anything other than the series. But yeah, I want to read more by her. Definitely want to do that. And then we have Amelia Westlake Was Never Here by Erin Goff. Or G-O-G. I'm gonna say Goff because it looks like Glenn Goff. So yeah, yeah, Erin Goff. She's an Australian author. So yeah, often at least for me, I often just kind of randomly or just kind of by happenstance, I often read British or American authors, or a lot of them are American. So finding Australian authors quite fun. And yeah, this has kind of been described as for fans of Veronica Marsh, and I kind of got that. It's not like it's not a book about crime, but it's more like a book about like Veronica Marsh like taking down. I suppose it's more like taking down patriarchy and like the underdog story. And also it's a dual point of view story. It has two point of views. It's point of view of Harriet and also of Will Eberhardt. And yeah, it's just an amazing read. Maybe one of my favorites of all time. Well, at least of last year, I will say. So yeah. Then we have The Bone Spindle or Leslie Weather, which this is actually her debut book. It came out last year. It came out last January. I didn't read it before like November, but yeah. And it's just an amazing remix of the story of Cinderella. So Cinderella. It's the story of Sleeping Beauty, but it's also other elements or other fairy tales mixed in this story. And it's the first in a series. I'm not sure how long the series is going to be. I feel it might be a trilogy. I do at least have this second book coming out soon. This Savage Thread. And yeah, so excited for that. And yeah, this being the Leslie Weather's first book. Uh, yeah, I read her one and only book so far. But yeah, anything like by like the pure amazingness of this book, anything she writes, I'm gonna read. Like if she writes a shopping list, I'm gonna read it. Know that about it. And then we have the two Agathas, and I suppose, yeah, generally, personally, this book video is still going to be about authors, and they kind of focus more on books, but I suppose authors write books, so you get me. Yeah, this is written by Kathleen Glawson and Liz Lawson, so it has two authors. They have written other stuff before. I haven't read anything in the other books yet, and this is also first in a series. I don't know if it's going to be a duet or what, but I knew it's at least going to be one book. So yeah, I love this one so much. So yeah, I'm definitely at least going to read more in this series. Though honestly, I'm not sure if I want to read the other books by different authors, like by Liz Lawson and Kathleen Lawson, because I'm not sure the other books like are interested for me, like my kind of jam. But I do know that at least this series I'm gonna keep going with so much. Love it. This book so much. And then we have another debut book. There's actually quite a few debut authors here. Interesting. Non-published, but yeah. We have As Seen on TV by Meredith Shore. I quite enjoyed it. It was just quite fun meta. Like look, took like a fun meta look on the Hallmark, Hallmark movies shebang. Also, I suppose slightly about Gilmore Girls, but I was saying it's much more Hallmark parodying or meta-ing than Gilmore Girls, but still. And yeah, it is also the first book of Meredith Shore, and I enjoyed this very much. So yeah, definitely gonna read more books by this author. Sorry. And then we have Sango Mandana. She actually has written lots of books, but this is the first book by her I've read. Came out last year, and yeah, one of my favorite reads of last year. I love it so much. You probably heard about it because this book has, I feel like it's kind of been all over like last year. But yeah, it's a book set in England with witches, this found family, this romance. Those who wouldn't categorize it as a romance. I would more say like it's a book about witches with a romance plotline. It's not a romance with so much in it. It's more like, I would say the main focus is kind of like the found family and the witches plotline really. And yeah, honestly, just love this book so much. So yeah, definitely gonna read more from her backlist and read more what she writes in the future. So yeah. Then we have A Curious Beginning by Deanna Rayburn. This is her first book in the Veronica Speedwell series. I so this is was embarrassing though, funny, interesting. So I read this last June. I want to say it was May. Anyway, I remember really reading it outside in the sun, so it's like yeah, summertime when it was sunny and nice here, and I loved it so much. I bought the second and third book. I have not read the second and third book yet, but I do have them now. So yeah, I can enjoy those books. This is actually the first in a series of 10 books, I want to say. No, 10 books, 8 books. I do have at least quite a lot of books in this series. So yeah. And I think this author, she mainly has this series, but she also has some other books. I think she at least has one another book in a different series, different universe. The Spinster's Unlikely Killers. Yeah, it's set in modern day with I think a bunch of 50-year-olds killing people because some reason, and that's also gotten a lot of good reviews. So yeah, probably gonna pick up that one as well. And yeah, this book is just amazing, and definitely will read more by J.L. Rayburn. Definitely will. And then we have Fast Chance Challawega. Oh, sorry, yeah. This book, I suppose, might have guessed, but it didn't come out last year. I suppose not all of these books came out last year, but I did read them all last year. So yeah. Now we have Fat Chance Challawega by Crystal Maldonado, which this is her debut book, but this one came out in 2020, 2021, around then. She has at least one more book that came out after this one. So yeah, I'm gonna read that one definitely. And this book, I just loved it so much. It's a nice contemporary feel to it. It's about first love. It's about fitting in or not fitting in and being yourself. And yeah, honestly, love it so much. So yeah, definitely one of the big highlights of last year. And then a book that I read last December. Yeah, December. It is Stonebrook Heiress by Danielle Owen Jones. She actually, I think she has actually so far only this book. Does she have some other books? I think she actually just have this book so far. Just gonna double check. Yeah, okay, so this one came out last year, and it doesn't really say anything more about her other books, because usually when people have lots of books, they have more books. They have more books. They have more books like mentioned in the mentioned here, like at the beginning. It doesn't say, but like she also just kind of discovered that afterwards she talks about her next book coming out 2022. So I suppose this one probably came out first in 2021, and like yeah, and then the second one came out last year. But anyway, yeah, this very funny book. If you like Legally Blonde, check out this book, because I would say it's quite similar in some elements. It's about a fish out of water. It's about being privileged, but also like being privileged, but still kind of being able to do more than you think you do, and about discovering new ways to live. And yeah, it's just an amazing book. And yeah, then we have Adriana Herrera Adriana Herrera. So the author is Adriana Herrera, and the book is A Caribbean Heiress in Paris. So this is the first in a series by her. She has written, I want to say 20 books. For some reason, I don't know why, but I want to say 20. I know at least Miss Herrera at least she has quite a lot of books. Yeah, she's written lots of books. And I want to say I've listened to 2 of her books on audio. When I'm mixing them up. You know what? I want to check out. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna check it out, because yeah, I haven't listened to other books by her on audio. It was another book of her, but yeah. So anyway, this is the first in a series. It's the main characters, so it's a romance series, so companion series. You don't have to read them all, but yeah. So it sets around a friend group. They're from different places in Latin America, and it's set in 1880s. So you have Latin Americans, but it's a historical setting, which often you don't really find. And they find love in Europe. And this one, main character is from Dominican Republic, and she finds love with a Scottish duke. And yeah, just an amazing book. And we just actually got our just got our release of the new cover from the book that's coming up this year, which is an island princess does a scandal, avoids a scandal. Island princess is a scandal, something with a scandal and island princess, and yeah. So very much looking forward to that one. And yeah, those are kind of offers from last year that kind of made a big impression on me, and I'll definitely be checking out more of for some reason, somehow, some way. And yeah, I hope you have a nice weekend, and I'll see you soon. Bye.